Greeting interwebs, it's Jackie K. Welcome for another edition of Game and Chill. It's been a hot minute since I've last done this, so I figured I might as well do it now, especially because I'm not sure if I'm going to get the Gibble Community Day, or at least finish the editing for it, by the time next weekend goes around, so because I felt like I was basically promising that it would be next, I felt bad not having something ready, but more so it's been a while since I've done this, and this should be a little bit easier and therefore quicker to edit and get up online than that editorial, especially because I haven't finished recording it. It has been a weird one, but hopefully once I get through that, I can make some adjustments to the content schedule, so everything overall will be a little easier on myself. So I might as well just jump into right away what that's all about. So basically, anyway, so first and foremost, as you might have already noticed, I think I'm going to be making some changes to the podcast upload schedule because it feels like everything else I've been doing is taking up more time lately, especially uploading the Coliseum randomizer VODs. Because now I'm not just exporting them from Twitch, I'm actually taking them onto my own computer, editing down the fluff so they're more enjoyable to watch. And I do believe that even though it makes them take longer to actually make, I feel that the little bit of extra effort I put into it is worthwhile. So, despite the fact that I would prefer to have one series that's fully edited and one series I just pretty much upload from Twitch as is, I think taking that extra time for the Coliseum randomizer is worth it. Therefore, that spare time's gotta come from somewhere. So that's why I think I'm gonna, at least until I actually feel like I have a comfortable backlog, because I keep saying I'm gonna build a backlog of podcast editorials and never actually get around to it. So for right now, at least, I'm gonna make it official. Don't expect too much more than, I won't even say 2 podcasts every month. I'm gonna make it a little more simple to keep track of than that. From probably this point going forward, well, starting from Gibble Community Days podcast, if that comes out after this, going forward, I'm gonna be alternating between Pokemon Go editorial, taking a break for a week, Game and Chill, take a break for a week, rinse and repeat. So, there'll be less podcasts overall, but hopefully that'll allow things to be more consistently. And if I get a major inspiration I should say, if a current event gives me major inspiration to do an editorial, well, I'll just throw an extra one out there on the podcast feeds, and we can call it a surprise and all. So, I guess, to some degree, you might get more Game and Chill. But maybe more editorials. It depends on just how the month lines up. And another big reason for that is because on top of editing Pokemon Coliseum randomizer, I have a special surprise. I don't know if I've revealed it by the time this goes out, so keep my mouth shut for now, but it was what was supposed to be the edited playthrough that I eventually wanted to take up the Wednesday slots, until I decided to start editing Coliseum randomizer. But this one's got even more going on to it, because one, it has not only do I just, it's post-commentated, but I don't just play the game and then add post-commentary afterwards. Well, technically I do, but I do keep the mic going while I'm actually playing the game, just in case some interesting reaction comes into play, and more importantly, it kind of acts like an alternative to taking notes, because if I think of something while I'm playing that I want to talk about in the post-commentary, I can just say it on the live track. And even if I don't use that audio in the commentary, I can use it to remind myself what to talk about when I'm doing the post-commentary. So I think it'll be a cool series in and of itself. And while it's a little weird, because it's a first for you, it's that time of the month again! where I actually don't get stinged for once. But of course some tragedy has to strike. R.I.P. net. I think I just put it away. Yeah, I even put my net away too. Speaking of which, where's my fishing rod? Well, I guess it's gonna make their way back to the house to restock on supplies. But alas. As I was saying, I don't want to say too much yet, but once you actually see the game that I'm playing, it's gonna be a little weird because it's technically a first through, even though it's gonna be 99% post-commentated. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to have a live commentary track going, even if I don't use it, just in case. But when you see the type of game it is, hopefully it'll make more sense why I feel the quality of the content would come out a lot better if I just focus on post-commentating it. I'll give you a hint. It's a rhythm game. And that's exactly why I'm kind of just like, nope. And trying to rely solely on live commentary while going through it. Now to get back to the house and maybe I'll remember where I left off and talk about things from there. So that series is going to go up every Wednesday, minus the weeks that I take breaks. I know it's a little confusing for the schedule, but I do feel like it's important to like take a week every at least from uploading content, take a week off every month. It makes me feel better about like spending my weekends doing other things besides content creation, especially with like GoFest coming up next month of all things. So like even though there's like 1 week off coming up for, I don't think there's an actual reason. It's just like just to keep it consistent that I take a week off from uploading every month. You have to check the YouTube schedule, which I keep on the homepage of my site, which is in the video description of each of these. So you can check that out for there. But in addition, what else? Kinda might as well see what comes out from this shark. Something tells me that's pretty good. I forget if I donated that to a museum before, but hey, I'll take a hammerhead shark. Gotta be good money at the very least. But yeah, so the weekend that GoFest is happening, or more so like the Sunday of GoFest going on to the rest of the week, there's not going to be any uploads that July either. And again, like I try to keep as to an update of a schedule of what content's coming out when on my site. So if you're ever curious about when something's coming out, you should check it out. You might be in for a surprise. But let's see, because I feel like I've been all over the place. I might as well go for one recap of the schedule. Sundays, I'll be alternating between Game and Chill, and then a break for the week, and then some sort of Pokemon Go editorial, and then a break, and then going back to Game and Chill. Mondays and Fridays are still going to be GBL, although that does remind me I gotta actually take some time to actually stream some GBL soon, because that or actually take the time to go through like my backlog of videos all the way from like season 4 and that, and actually prep them for YouTube, because I got enough for the rest of the month, I think. But that's, considering how big a backlog I usually have for content, that feels like a small amount. I don't know, I just haven't really felt like streaming Go Battle League lately, and streaming is the easiest way for me to make Go Battle League content. Should I even bother to check to see if I have it on at the museum? And also, I'm not going to use fish bait anytime soon. I just got done crafting a bunch of them into fish bait, so I'm definitely not going to take the time to do it now. Plus, I'll probably get like 20 more by the time I'm actually done with all this. But oh yeah, distraction. So GBL's content's coming up Monday, Wednesday, and it does remind me about streaming, so I should bring that up. I think I officially decided to go back to just doing streams once a week. Like, I can't promise it, but I'm gonna try my best to consistently do a live stream Saturday evening. I don't want to even promise the time because it mostly depends just like if we have dinner plans around with the family at the time and little things like that. But I'm gonna do my best to stream every Saturday night, and anything else I do, especially during the work week, will be a bonus. Because like I tried to get into a schedule with a second stream day, and it just flusters in my face. It feels like I failed to actually keep up with my with the plan than not. And who knows, maybe if Twitch goes somewhere, it'll give me more incentive to actually try to stream more consistently. But yeah. The fallback is still going to be Pokemon Coliseum Randomizer on those Saturday night stream days, but considering I have such a big backlog of Coliseum Randomizer recorded, not necessarily edited yet, I definitely have the freedom to do something else on Saturday night, and I was going to do that. I was going to do something else last Saturday, and then just fell back on Coliseum Randomizer because it's just more convenient. I got a feeling that this Saturday is going to be the time I do something else. I just gotta decide what. Because I don't know if I want to start up another series because I got both Coliseum Randomizer and the new Wednesday playthrough coming out real soon. But there are some things I would like to do. It's just, again, I do also, even though I definitely don't need another series, I do find myself craving a series that I can just directly upload from Twitch to YouTube. Because I missed that. Oh hey, somehow I triggered my phone assistant just from the word, maybe it was the word Twitch? Whatever the case may be. That reminds me, I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I think it's time to get a new phone. Big factor just being, it's getting to a point where it's hard to even keep the charging cable, and I've always been annoyed for the longest time that I just so happen to get the one iPhone model that frickin' has the one slot, so you can't have your earbuds and your charger in the same time, and they make accessories to separate apart, but between like having a hard time keeping track of them, and sometimes them getting like loose to the point where they don't work, the accessory doesn't work, it's getting been more annoying than ever. Like, I just feel like I really got screwed because I went from an Android to an Apple device. Freaking because Pokemon Go was so heavy on leaning towards Apple products over Android products. And of course, as soon as I make the conversion from Android to Apple, freaking Pokemon Go starts catering to Android users over Apple users. It was just very, very unfortunate timing. And additionally, like I think I told this before, but I felt like I was promised that Apple products were better for content creation than Android. But oh boy, am I finding out, otherwise, especially with streaming. Half the reason why I don't do like more on-the-go streams is the fact that the best thing I could figure out to get it going wouldn't allow me to have a live chat. So like, I could stream while I'm walking if I really wanted to, but I couldn't actually see chat, and therefore there'd be no way to interact with them. So it felt kind of pointless for that. Plus, like, it hasn't been as much of an issue these days, thankfully, but there was that whole thing of, like, there's no way to actually just plug your phone in for a direct connection to your computer and stream that way. Like, you always have, from my experiences, you always have to do a mirror, which relies on Wi-Fi, which puts even more stress on the internet than before. And again, like, ever since like making improvements to not only have better internet, but be able to have the computer get better internet, that hasn't been as much of an issue. But there was like the one time I did the Coliseum Randomizer, and I was just like, oh, these battles are going by pretty slow. Why don't I just, since I'm going to be checking Pokemon Go stuff anyways, why don't I just pull up Pokemon Go? And I haven't got the, oh my god. I know I don't play this game too often, but double Bs, really? I'm not gonna make it. I feel like I had my chance to get the. I had to get my internet a lot sooner, otherwise that would happen. Well, that was a tangent and a half. Maybe I can at least take this opportunity to remember what I was talking about, like, before the streaming, because, yeah. Point being, Apple sucks. I'm sorry if you actually like it, but it's just not working out for me, no matter how hard I try. Of course. Please, I don't want to actually die today. Hey, Mia. It's been a bit. Only 1 month? I mean, I feel like that's a record for me. I will. So, to hopefully avoid a distraction for the third time, it feels really hard to actually make a phone commitment, so that's the biggest reason why I haven't done it already. Research feels pointless, because I felt like I did a lot of research before getting the Apple phone, and yet it was one of the most regrettable purchases I made relating to a phone. Oh, hey, Celeste. It's been a minute and a half since I actually got seen you, as you can tell by just how I still have stargazing recipes to redeem and all. So, as I was saying before I got distracted for the millionth time, streaming. I was talking about the schedule and I somehow got onto the phone while I was on a tangent about streaming. So how much is the stream schedule I mentioned? Yeah. Hopefully I can get back to twice a week streaming upload someday, but it's just too hard to do right now. And like with the podcast, if like I have a moment that I want to stream, I'll try to stream twice a week. I'm just not gonna promise when the non-Saturday stream's gonna be. So, oh yeah. Let me just recap the schedule for like the 10th time already. Sunday podcast, went over that. Monday and Friday, GBL. Gotta get more of that, but it should be good for a bit. Tuesday and Thursday, Coliseum Randomizer. That feels pretty set. Wednesday, new LP. And that takes care of the week. Saturday, still a bonus upload thing, and wow, I may actually be able to like upload every day in the week. That really kind of changes up some things. Yeah, I definitely don't feel bad about not doing a podcast every week, if only because of that. Anyways, wow, that was like, I wanted this to be a short one, and yet we're already at 20 minutes, doing tangent after tangent after tangent. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to skip art block this week. There hasn't really been as much art as some previous months anyways, because, as I'll get into in a little bit, Golden Sun has really eaten up my time when it comes to the art department. So, the 20th, yeah, it is the 20th anniversary of Golden Sun. It's coming up fairly soon. And, like, Golden Sun Twitter is doing, like, a big, let's post all our love about Golden Sun on the anniversary to get a trending sort of thing. Like, there's probably a more smooth, elegant word for it, but I'm not thinking of it. And that made me think about doing Golden Sun piece for it, and I thought about this, like, months ago, so I had time to, like, not do, like, not only one, but technically two pretty big Golden Sun drawings. Like, they both have 8 characters each. And The second one is 99% done with the sketching, and the first one I'm working on the coloring as we speak. So that's been eating up a lot of time. And maybe because of that, I feel like I've been thinking about Golden Sun a lot lately. Like, a lot. Like, if they weren't RPGs, I would already be playing them on my own time, sort of lots. To some degree, it's kind of come true already. Like, I've touched some of them, but I don't really feel like I've played them. I just, like, maybe picked it up for 20 minutes, like, on whatever, like, save file I'm on. Like, one of the games I have, like, a solo run file that I, like, started a really long time ago. Like, before I got a 3DS capture board. And it's still sitting in the middle of that solo run. So I decided to, like, go for that a little bit. And got up to another boss. It's kind of weird that how far I got in just using, like, 1 or 2 party members for all of it. That's pretty neat in itself. Like, and I really want to find some excuse to revisit the first and second Golden Sun game again. If I really want to, I do have an excuse to visit the third, because I, long time ago, did LPs of both the first and second games, but I never finished the third. And some would argue for good reasons, but I mean, I feel like the third game gets a little more hate than it deserves. I see why some people don't like it, but still, I think it could use at least a little bit more love. There's as easy as it is to rag on it, there are things that I like about it. And honestly, like, the main thing I don't like about it is the story. And if it bugs me that much while I'm doing the commentary, I can just pretend it doesn't exist as much as possible. We can work it out like that. Alright. And, like, I tried to take some notes so I wouldn't get in a half hour worth of tangents. And here we are, sitting at half an hour. Only 2 other things that really got my mind, got around to writing those notes besides Golden Sun is, it's summer, so it's been hotter lately. I don't like the heat, so it's been kind of getting to me a bit. But I mean, we have ACs installed now, so that should help. It makes, like, recording content a little complicated, because, like, it makes it easier for me to edit out the sounds if I don't have all that running, like the fans of the ACs while I'm recording. But also, that also means that, like, I have to live in metaphorical hell. If it's too hot out. And it's to the point where I thought about, like, just taking all of my quote-unquote equipment, capture cards, computers, and all of that, and setting something up down in the basement. But that's where my office is currently, so there's not going to be as much space to do that. So I think I might just have to settle with the AC being up here, and just, like, either record in shorter spurts, or try to record when it's not hot out. Just add to the many reasons / excuses why it's been so much harder for me to actually keep up with consistently streaming, because, like, there's already the kind of mess about just, like, how long it's been since I've actually had people at chat, ever since I started doing Coliseum Randomizer. Which, thank you all again who have been supporting on YouTube. I see the love that it's getting, and I really appreciate it. With, like, how things have been going on the streaming side, it kind of makes it a lot harder to keep up with. Or, I mean, like, it makes it a little harder to get the motivation to keep going. But shout out to YouTube love. If you enjoyed the series and want to just, like, chat along with me while I'm playing, I welcome it. Just, like, it adds on for more opportunities, for more commentary and content. Like I was saying, I do live streams on Saturday, and I'll tweet out what I'm playing. So if I do throw a curveball and don't do a Coliseum Randomizer on a day, you'll know. It'll be on Twitter. If you don't use Twitter, just go to my site. I have, like, a Twitter feed just for content, so you don't have to, like, see all my memes and anything update related. There's a Twitter feed that I have for my site exclusively for all that, so you, like, take out all the padding on Twitter and that. But I do have a main Twitter too, if you want to, like, see the memes. Me rambling about the third entry in Golden Sun. Like, my god, I feel like this is the third time in, like, 3 months, if not sooner, that I just made a tweet subtweeting Dark Dawn again. It doesn't lead on to more that it's gotta be time soon to actually visit that game. Because apparently I can't stop thinking about it. And I kinda need to refresh myself with, like, how good or bad it actually is. But if everything else I got going on has anything to say about it, that won't be anytime soon. Yeah, and other big thing, I'm sure there's been other things going on in life, especially because, like, it's kind of weird that out of the past 2 days, this is the best I've felt lately. I don't know, just I've been really lightheaded in the morning. But the fact that I'm feeling pretty good right now is a good sign. I probably just gotta make sure I actually get to bed at a decent time tonight and see if that helps. But I wanted to mention, like, I've been trying to get back into game design. It hasn't been going very well. I haven't been able to keep myself motivated to actually do anything of note, but, like, I put down the money to actually buy a permanent version of Game Maker 2. I'm not sure if I talked about how I played around with the free version of it for a bit, by which I, like, downloaded, like, used it for a minute, got really confused, and just didn't touch it again. I decided to try again, but since the trial is up, I just bought the whole thing. That way, worst case, with the hopes that even if I'm very infrequent with it, that maybe someday I'll actually make some progress with it. But so far, I've spent, like, maybe 1 day going through a tutorial and didn't even finish the tutorial. But it's there, still on my computer, so someday. What I'm hoping to help me spark some inspiration in me was, like, I'm not sure how many of you know about this Nintendo game. I forgot what it's called, even. It's all focused around... It's like Dreams, but... It's like Dream or Mario Maker, but on the Nintendo Switch. And more generalized games. I don't know, like, how detailed you're going to be able to get with it, but I bought it. Because, like, it's not even full retail price. So I figured, like, for what I put down, I'm hoping at least, like, I hope I at least fiddle around with it for a couple hours at the very least, and maybe that'll spark some inspiration to actually do some stuff with game development. If I can't do what I want in that, I'm hoping it at least sparks inspiration to actually get into Game Maker again. And who knows, maybe if I spend enough time in Game Maker, I'll actually get inspired to get back into programming. Oh, that's a stretch, but I mean, like, I don't care what platform I make it on. Like, if I make my dream game someday, life will feel complete. It's just that I haven't, considering, like, I can't even get myself to stick with Game Maker long enough to learn it. It just doesn't look that likely. At least I have, like, drawings and sketches until the meantime to actually get to that point. Anyways, yeah, it's about half an hour, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's about, like, 10 minutes longer than I was thinking they'd be doing anything for. Anyways. Wait, did I say, like, 9 day is his birthday? You know, we never have a Game and Chill on a birthday. I don't got anything for him, though. I don't dislike him, but he's not exactly a favorite, not someone I actually play around with, or, like, talk to too often. Let me go see if I can find a gift for him. Feels like we don't do enough eventful things in Animal Crossing in these Game and Chills. Might as well alleviate that. Oh, of course you're here. You lucky son. I never actually... I always miss out even my favorite villager's birthday. The fact that you're getting blessed by my presence is an honor in itself, and I even bothered to get a gift. No, it's not last minute. This stuff has probably been sitting in my storage forever, and it's perfect for you. Skull store? Yeah, I mean, it does fit everything else that he's got going on. So I assume they really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, frickin' Bobby Monkey. Why am I not even surprised? Anyways, yeah, it's kind of getting late. Like I said, I want to make sure I go to bed in time, so... I definitely, used a birthday in Animal Crossing as filler footage on a Game and Chill. I remember that much now. So, probably don't need to hang out much here, but at least we gotta say happy birthday to someone. See you later, Sid. Well, next time I'll probably just, Google when Punchy and Axel and some of the other ones' birthdays are. Just try to set a day aside. Maybe not for a game show recording, but at least visit them and give them a happy birthday on my own time, because it doesn't feel like I do that enough. Anyways, yeah, thanks a lot for this edition of Game and Chill. I know, this was all over the place. They always do end up that way, though, no matter how I try. And sorry again for lack of art block. I'm sure there's, sketches and stuff I could pop up if I wanted to, but I just want to get this edited real quick. Next time for sure. Maybe I'll just, even if I'm feeling ambitious, maybe I'll do, a separate video. Just focusing on art block. The problem is, there's not really too much to do art block, because it's all been focused on that Golden Sun piece. But I can at least show some progress pics with it, and I've definitely been doing a lot of, Overseer of the Element concept art sketches, just trying to get some more additional mechanics in that. The issue is trying to remember where I left off. I don't remember what the last thing I posted was. So I feel like if I'm worried I might do repeats if I just try to post everything. We'll figure it out in the future. Until then though, take care. And now I wonder why I make plans. Because of course, after I record that Game and Chill, I not only skip the stream that particular week, but I don't even finish editing the Game and Chill in time. Yeah, I kind of been feeling on and off lately, and it feels like I've been saying that forever now. But I feel like I'm going for another lull and just need another week or two before I fully get back in the swing of content that's not already scheduled for uploads and that. I've just been feeling tired and drained lately. It's E3 this weekend and I keep forgetting about it and haven't really even checked out any conferences. Completely forgot E3 was going on today until 3/4 away for the day. I mean, the good news though about this delayed podcast or Game and Chill, I have time to squeeze in an art block now. And I thought there wouldn't really even be too much to talk about, but I completely forgot about the factor that since we last met, I'd done a ton of fan art for the TRG Coliseum. A lot of them were quick, in the day, maybe a couple hours at most, doodles of various segments, and part of me kind of wanted to do more, but that was what I did. Kind of proud of how the Peggy one turned out. Not only does my Peggy look excellent, but spent a lot of time recreating the painting that came out of that particular block, and I say I did a good job. At least capturing the feel of it, and it's fun to experiment around with all those brushes that I normally don't do with how flat color focused my art tends to be. And in the midst of that, I took a little break from doing fan art to work on something on my own. More so, this was a sketch that I did a while back, but I was pretty happy with how it came out. And I told myself that I would pick something this weekend while I was drawing to draw more so for myself. And this was what I decided to settle in on. And yeah, there's definitely a lot more sketches than what I'm showing right now, but to be fair, majority of them were just so practicing, just trying to nail down, trying to improve the way I handle female body structure. Like, I still want to keep it in the simplistic art style, but I feel like there's little room for improvement there, so a lot of sketches that I'm not showing are just experimentation with that. I'm also like trying to finally nail down the character design of one of, if not the newest of the main 5 for Overseer of the Elements. You know what, I got my sketchbook right over here. I'll see if I can get some quick pics and sneak them into the end of the video while I'm just rambling anyways. Cause there's some fun sketches in the mix of there, especially like my one particular that stands out to me is the Ramona Flowers stylized OC sketch I did. Like, I don't know, I was just experimenting around with art styles. Part of me trying to get a better feel of how people can pull off a simple design, but actually make distinctions between male and female without going completely overboard to the point of it not really feeling like a person anymore. And I was recently playing Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. In fact, I think I just finished it up right around the time of the sketch. It was like a week or so ago, not too long ago, but long enough for me to forget exactly what. Anyways, I thought it was a cute drawing. Definitely could have been better, but I thought it was cute in the moment. If I actually remember, now would be a perfect time to zoom in on it. So yeah, that's the basis of what I've been up to on the sketching scene lately. And I guess I can give a little preview of some of the things I'm working on with the Golden Sun project. At least sketches. I am coming pretty far along with the Golden Sun piece at the very least, but I think I'm going to save that for the actual anniversary of Golden Sun, or at least till the next Game and Chill. But as you can see, I did sketches for both the OG Golden Sun, and I also got an inspiration to do a little something for Dark Dawn as well. Big things like I still need to finish up the Dark Dawn sketch. For some reason I just, right before I was about to finish Reef, was right when I just stopped drawing. Like half of it because like work started getting so busy I couldn't sneak in a little drawing time in between the misses things, and not really feeling up to doing drawing once I actually got out of work and little stuff like that. A little ironic, but I really hope that I actually get around to finishing that at the very least. The Golden Sun piece is coming along nicely, and I can't wait to show more of the finished color version of it. Anyways, that's it for Game and Chill. Since I can actually give an update on my update, right now, just don't expect anything too much beyond what's already on the YouTube calendar. If I actually start feeling better and getting back in the swing, I'll try to keep up with the schedule I mentioned in the video, because that schedule in the video is my ideal scenario for the content. But right now, for at least another couple weeks, I just want to take it easy and work at stuff at my own pace, which to some degree I always do, but right now it just feels like my preferred pace is a little slower than I would want for the sake of consistency. Thankfully, a lot of stuff is pre-recorded far in advance, so I don't think we're going to run out of content completely, but things like the podcast and streaming might be a little sporadic until I fully get back in the swing of things. And I'll hear back from you all later. Hopefully soon, but probably eventually. Take care.